Hello Porsche Files. So you just saw the previous video of me unboxing a order from SurplusGoodies. They're an eBay seller. And I gotta give them props because they did a very good job packaging, everything. Of course this doesn't require much packaging, but I had some loose models and those all arrived safely because they actually kept the blisters that were molded around the vehicles. So I'm pretty happy with those guys. And frankly, I'm quite angry at Target and Walmart. I have gone to several Targets and Walmarts and they're completely empty. So, unless, I'm looking for Auto Worlds and Green Lights and M2s and stuff like that, and there's none to be had, so I'm going to just promote everyone online now because those retail shops are garbage. I wasted so much gasoline. Okay, anyways, today we have MiniGT. It's number 344. So this brand is just ripping them out as they always do because they do a good job. I generally am always happy with MiniGT. I've only had a few bad ones, and for the price, I think they're quite good. All right, so this is the Porsche 911 GT RS with the Weissach package in Miami blue. The GT2 moniker dates back to the 993 series, but a certain year, like somewhere in the mid 2010 or 11 or something, they just became GT2 RSs. These are the track-based cars. They're based off the 911 Turbo, but they're stripped of weight and they're only rear-wheel drive, where the Turbo is all-wheel drive and more logical probably to drive. But this is more like a race car. It's faster. And nowadays, it's the most expensive 911 Porsche sells, which is kind of odd because they're actually removing a bunch of features and charging more money. All right. So it's got a twin turbo 3.8 liter flat six hanging off the rear, 690 horsepower. It's going through 7-speed transmission, and it's got a 20-inch front wheel and a 21-inch rear wheel. And so it can do 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, and it can go 211 miles per hour. They're around $300,000, and they made 1,000 of them. A few of them were lost on a shipping boat, but Porsche went back and started production to replace them. Okay, that's all I know about this vehicle. Hopefully Wikipedia steered us right. If not, go read an article on this car. Okay, I think I saw some of these in Arizona, and I was a little let down with these vents here. They're not carbon fiber. I would think for a car that costs 300 grand, everything should be carbon fiber. A lot of these panels are carbon fiber, don't get me wrong. But I would expect everything to be made of carbon, but maybe not. Maybe not for 300K. Alrighty, that looks alright, I guess. Here's a side view. It's got different wheels, but let's just look at the body here. The wing there looks good. The blue obviously is a bit different, but maybe this monitor is messed up. Maybe that camera that took these photos was messed up. I don't know. I'm gonna assume MiniGT gets the paint codes, but maybe I'm mistaken. Or maybe this is just a different blue entirely that Porsche offered in those photographs, that is. Alright, sorry. I had to find the dental pick. Alright, the wheels here, they're gold obviously, and they're molded similar to those first photograph. No, I'm sorry, I didn't bring up the right photos at all with the wheels. Porsche does have wheels like this. I just didn't bring up the photos. I was looking at the blue car more than the wheels. Printing there by the door is quite clear and legible. The RS on the center of the wheel is quite clear and legible. And it's centered. So pretty good, front and back. The tread blocks are kind of annoying, but they're not as bad as other brands. They don't look like truck tires. They look like rally tires. Alright, so maybe a certain year these were carbon fiber, but when I swear in Arizona I looked at this and it was just like that cheap raw plastic. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, this thing, fuel filler I'm gonna guess. Kind of filled in with this blue paint, same with this panel gap. Door handle seems alright. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, this is a separate plastic piece and it's got extra plastic flash. I guess you could take your fingernail and try to scrape that off. Not sure if that's going to come out. But these things should have a screwed together base, so you could probably take it apart and fix it if you really wanted to. MiniGT, I love the rubbery mirrors, and you can add like silver paint if you want there. There's some black around the window trim here. Looks alright. I guess the casting must come up here. We got some vents here, and then the lip goes around. And then looks like some plastic inserts here for these intakes. And nice patterns, you know, crosshatch here, egg crate here, a little bit of gap there. Alright, headlights, clear lenses, very nice, and there's some molded details behind them with some silver paint for the projector lamps. Carbon fiber printing looks pretty good, I like it. Porsche badge doesn't look too oversized and is well centered. I guess this must be a vent as well, just painted black, part of the molding. Yeah, raised part of the windshield molding, painted black, as well as the blackout there. Carbon stripes carry across the top of the roof, and they look pretty good. Yep. Nice RS printed here on the blackout of the rear glass, and more carbon back here. Yeah, what's up? Nice little vent recess there and there. I gotta tell you, MiniGT does a great job with the carbon fiber considering the price. Better than anyone else in this price range, I would say. Yeah, if you can think of a better brand for this price doing better carbon fiber, let me know. Alright, Porsche written very nicely. This side of the car, what's going on? Anything wrong? Hopefully not. Now noticing a little silver marker here. A little red reflector there. This vent looks much cleaner in its installation and execution. And then this black plastic is back here carrying down to texture. Another texture in the middle. The exhaust tips. They're actually black on that rear photograph, so I guess there's no need to paint them. Nothing on the license plate. GT2 RS very clear. Black printing here. I guess this is a vent. And then the clear taillights, but also some silver back behind them. So very nice. Yeah, that silver is on the casting, and then the clear plastic has a little red. So there's some depth to that light assembly. Rear wing struts, they're not as wide as Hot Wheels. They are a bit wide though. I do feel they're wide. Maybe because of this, it's very rigid. I wonder if they had people complaining about like some wings breaking off and decided to thicken them up on this release. Alright. So, one thing I don't like about MiniGT is they just don't care to tell you what the car is. They know that they like to take credit for the work, MiniGT, and where it's made. No copyright, but most importantly, what car is this? There's so many Porsches throughout time. Why couldn't they write, you know, what the car is? Because this base is unique to this top casting, right? Anywho, some exhaust tips. They just kind of transfer over to those plastic pieces there. So, well, anyways, what I do like about MiniGT a lot is the screw together base, because if there is a problem like that side vent, I could probably cut out the inside peg, trim it off, and fix it. Let's see if that's possible. Metal base, if that stuff matters to you. Decently thick axles. MiniGT's roll, by the way. There's a peg holding the middle, 2 pegs in the front, 2 in the back. Oh, that's the wing pegs, I think. So what about that vent? So there's a little slot holding that black plastic vent piece. You know what though, actually, yeah, it's definitely this side. To the naked eye, it's not so bad. But under magnification, obviously anything looks bad. I don't even think I'm going to bother. I'm just going to take my fingernail, try to get that flash off. Alright, well, hold on a second. I'm just curious now, will this push out? I feel like it did. No. No, it it definitely did. That thing pushed in. Let me try from this side. Don't want to crack the window glass. Well, it definitely pushed, but it doesn't look like it actually made a difference. Oh well, I'm just going to leave it alone then. Now the interior, you might be curious what that looks like. Standard molded details, one would expect from a MiniGT or mid-tier premium. Or, I don't know, this is considered a beginner tier premium or mid. There's a roll cage, obviously. I'm just debating if I should repaint this because, you know, from outside you really can't see much of the interior. The problem is I'd have to paint the actual roll cage as well, and that's when I went through the trouble to break it off. But it's so thin, I don't think I would ever put it back in the correct manner. I could probably just try to repaint the seats. Let's see, there's like crazy glue holding them in. And let's see, I gotta make sure I don't snap the, that's pretty in there. Let me pause. So I can show that obviously I painted the seats blue, but I have to warn you if you do this mod, what I did is I pried the seats out with one of these tiny flathead screwdrivers, but it took all the plastic out with it. It didn't just come out of the groove, it took all the plastic with it, so I had to go and file out that square hole, and then I crazy glued it all back together. Granted, no one's ever going to see the bottom of the seat, but I just want to let you know, it's not going to come out by the two slots that you saw earlier. Rolls. Yeah, I think with the blue seats it's a little nicer. Kind of contrasts to the carbon stripes going across the top outside, right? Alright, well, let's take a look at a few other Porsches. So it seems like, you know, that thing is great finish, great exterior. Alright, so this is a Porsche 64 Roof CTR2, and I repainted the interior of that one green, because Porsche 64 also screws their bases together. This is a Sparky 917K, the 1970 24 Hours of Le Mans winner. And this is a third place finisher at Le Mans from 1984, and that's a Sparky as well. Unfortunately, Sparky rivets their stuff. There's you know, no screws, it's press fit together. Alright. That's it for some model comparisons. Let's get the spin thing out. Get this in front of its photograph. So more often than not, MiniGT comes through again with a almost perfect model. Only that side vent has a tiny bit of extra flash. But other than that, I don't recall any major problems, right? I'm not even sure if that's a major problem. But key thing for me is you can modify it very easily. When I get back to Asia, I'm going to go and add some disc brakes into those wheels, but I don't have them here in the States. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys checking this out as usual. So, I guess I'll see you the next time I get a MiniGT. Thanks for watching.